What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an album review to do for you, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is the new album from the band Gravehill, entitled Death Curse. This is released on Dark Descent Records. Now, if you're not too familiar with this band, they are based out of Anaheim, California, and the best way to describe the sound of this band would be a very rugged, old school, blackened, thrashy, no-nonsense style of death metal. Gravehill are one of those bands that definitely pride themselves in taking what they do very seriously, and they definitely are proud flag bearers for the death metal genre and for its preservation of its great musical sounds. The first time I had ever heard of this band was back in 2011 with their second album entitled When All Roads Lead to Hell. That album I thought was just absolutely massive. More massive for the fact that it had included members of the band Exhumed, most notably a band member such as Matt Harvey. That was how I first heard of Gravehill and how he was involved in this particular project. And I thought it sounded absolutely amazing. And then moving backwards to 2009, we had their debut, Rites of the Pentagram. That album really showed you the kind of hard work and details that Gravehill knew how to do. I mean, just great songwriting, just awesome heavy tunes. These guys know how to make death metal, and they've been at their craft and have had a great work ethic ever since then. Now we move forward to 2014. We have a brand new Gravehill album and a little bit of a revamped lineup. Both Matt Harvey and Body Bag Bob, who played on the last album, they are both in Exhumed, and they both have busy things going on with Exhumed. So we have the inclusion of two brand new guitar players on this particular album, most notably CC to Kill and Hell Messiah, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, really cool inclusions to this band. And I was excited to hear what kind of dynamic they would bring to this brand new Gravehill album. And now here we are with Death Curse. It's 9 tracks, and it clocks in at around 37 minutes in length. And right away, from the minute you hear the intro, then when you get to the title track, and then every other song all the way throughout, you already know that nothing is going to stop Gravehill from doing what they set out to do. And with Death Curse, they deliver their magnum opus, I would say. They're the best thing that they've put out in a very long time. Just some incredible, hard-working death metal from musicians that love what they do and take very good care of their craft. The guitar riffs on here are just so smoking hot. I just love the way these riffs sound. I can almost sense a lot of variation within the riffs. In certain instances, you get some riffs that have an almost old-school thrash sort of approach going on, and then you get some riffs that just sound like you're straight up taking a visit to the worlds of old-school heavy metal. I think the riff work here sounds phenomenal. The title track, Open Their Throats, Fear the Reaper, just some amazing guitar work going on with those particular tracks. Yeah, the riffs are incredible, the leads, it just has a great old school metal approach to it. The solos sound awesome, and not to mention the closing track of this album, The Ascending Fire, you have Eric Cutler from Autopsy doing a solo on that particular track, and I think it sounds phenomenal. Moving on to the bass guitar, I think the bass has a really good, thick tone for it. Definitely serves as a nice, well-rounded sort of balance for this album's pace and theme. The bass is very good, very well played, very audible, very articulate. It's done at a gritty death metal sort of way, and the bass really sounds awesome here. Moving on to the drums, Thorgrim has been one of the hearts and souls of this band, and he definitely showcases why he is one of the best drummers in the world, I would say, for this kind of music style. And he does some great things with the drums. Very good paced, very it verges on being almost fast at times to almost very comfortably paced. Nothing really feels too gimmicky or out of place. Every snare hit, every roll, every drum pattern going on here. He does it in a very, very respectful and natural kind of way. He is a very awesome drummer. You may know him for his work with the band Morgion. He is a very, very diverse kind of drummer, and he can make any kind of style his own here. And he definitely showcases the death metal sort of stylings with his drum performance here. I think it really, really is an incredible drum performance here from Thorgrim. And now we move on to the vocals. If you're familiar with Gravehill's vocal style, you already know what you're going to be in for with Mike's vocal style. He is such a maniacal frontman. Just his facial expressions, the way he delivers his words and lyrics. It's as if he's literally retching onto the microphone. It just sounds so freaky sounding. He is an entertaining figure, and he definitely makes this vocal performance all the worthwhile more entertaining. I had such a blast listening to his vocal style. Just his cackle. He has a little bit of a cackle going on within his vocals. Just very vomitous sounding vocal styles, and I love Mike's vocal style. It's so entertaining. And then going back to the track The Ascending Fire, you have Chris Reifert of Autopsy. You get a bit of an Autopsy two-piece with that particular track. You got Eric Cutler doing the guitar solo, and you have Chris Reifert doing some vocals. His vocal style is very, very, very recognizable right away. Very deep, very bellowing, and definitely a nice tit for tat going on with the vocal style of that track. And then moving back to the track Unending Lust for Evil, you have Cam Lee, whom you may know from Manta's Death and Massacre. Nowadays, he's with Bone Gnar and the Grotesquerie. You recognize his vocals instantly on that track too, and he definitely delivers a very, very good vocal performance overall on that track. But going back to Mike's vocals, he really, really commands the listener. He wants to shake his fist that's adorned with spikes and blood and whatever, and just let anybody know what the hell is going on. He does a great job vocal-wise. So overall, if you're a fan of what Gravehill's put out in the past, Death Curse is this band's magnum opus to me. I think this is an absolutely incredible listen. I had a great time listening to it. If you're into old school death metal, if you're into what Gravehill have put out, this is definitely a must-own kind of record, and it definitely exceeded any expectations I could have possibly had for this album. If I had to pick any favorite tracks, I would definitely have to say the title track, At Hell's Command, Open Their Throats, Fear the Reaper, Crucified. That's a great track with a great hook. I'm going to leave you some links in the description box as to how you can listen to this album and get a hold of it. I will link you to the Dark Descent Bandcamp page where you can stream this album in its entirety, hear it for yourself, and be your own judge as to whether you think it's worthy of being purchased or not. Buy it digitally there if you care to. It is also available in a CD format through Dark Descent. Sick Chris Moyen artwork. Great package overall. Definitely a CD and package worth owning. Yeah. So again, the album is Death Curse by Gravehill. This is released on Dark Descent Records. Definitely support this band. And as far as the score goes, I'm going to give this a very strong 9 out of 10. This may turn into a 9.5. It's definitely something I've been listening to a lot. It is worth it. So support Gravehill. I'm going to conclude this review. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel. And until the next time, Army Hill out.